across community media coverage of OHSAA playoff football. Now this matchup tonight has our Winton Woods Warriors facing the Turpin Spartans in the first round. I'm Jake Williams, and along with my partner Shane Coleman, we thank the fans and bring you tonight's call. Now the Warriors began the 21 campaign in the rain at Trotwood Madison, but I do not want to see it end in the rain tonight here at Frederick Stadium. Coach Chad Murphy and his fine staff have seen to it that Warrior Nation has much to be proud of in this year of transition. So from here on, it's the Warriors versus the wannabes. Shane, what pitfalls will the Warriors need to avoid tonight if they want to be suiting up next week?
Well, Jake, you're talking about next week. They're going to be likely playing a Kings or a rematch with Kings if they can win this game here. But first, they got to beat Turpin, and to do that, number one, you have to win the turnover battle. We're expecting a lot of rain. We've had a lot so far in the day. There's more to come. Whoever wins the turnover battle is likely going to come away with the W in this one. So whatever it takes, whether it's some extra stickum, some extra towels, the Warriors have to hold on to that ball tonight. Number two, they have to contain the Turpin backfield. Running back Keenan Alcade is number one in the ECC with 1,494 yards on the ground, and QB Will Shulock is number three in the ECC with 2,042 yards through the air. The Warriors can't let these two guys beat them tonight. And finally, number three, they must limit the penalties. Winton Woods had 134 yards in penalties last week and a 19-13 overtime win over Loveland. Doing that in a win-or-go-home game like this could have the Warriors doing the latter. The only laundry the Warriors want to see on the field tonight is maybe a Turpin Spartan shoe on the field after they juke them out of them, Jake.
Yeah, well, hopefully they'll be able to do that and can get history to repeat itself from what happened over there at Turpin's field a couple weeks ago. Now, before we go too far, tonight's officials, tonight's game, or the referee, are going to be Jeff Joy, Chris Anderson, Roland Thompson, Caleb Taylor, and Larkin Banks. These will be the officials, and these are the guys that are going to have to keep these flags in their pockets if the Warriors are going to win this game tonight. Going to have some bad weather, a little bit, hopefully no more rain, but it was pouring to beat the band earlier.
Yeah, Jake, you and I, when we came in here earlier before the game started, it was absolutely pouring. It looks like it has let up a little bit now, but we're supposed to be getting some more of it coming into this game, so it's going to come down to whoever holds on to the ball the best is going to come away with that W tonight.
Okay, so the Warriors are going to kick off. We're here. They deferred after winning the toss, so starters on defense for the Warriors are going to be number 44, Jaden Denton, senior. Number 4, defensive tackle, J-Ron Gibson, senior. Number 58, Taryn Macklin, defense tackle, junior. Number 95, Cameron Jackson, defensive end, sophomore. Number 6, Seven Blue, senior linebacker. Number 9, Kirsten Williams, junior linebacker, and that kick is off, and we'll get this underway. Picked up at the 12-yard line. North with the ball, Turpin goes, and they get him tackled at his own 29-yard line.
Yeah, just a nice little return there to get things started, get them out a little bit above the 25-yard line. So nice little kick there, and let's see what this game's got in store for us today, Jake.
Always good to have playoff football. All my years of covering Winton Woods, I can only count a couple here and there spaced out where they didn't make the playoffs. But here we are tonight. Turpin got the snap. He has inside give. He's trying to get around in, but the Warrior defense is there to put a stop for no gain.
Yeah, this is the same kind of thing we've been seeing all season long, Jake, with Winton Woods' defense. You're not going to beat them trying to string it to the outside. They are just too fast and they're too aggressive. They're going to beat you to the outside every time.
especially when you're going to the short side. Okay, so second down. Straight drop, looking to throw over the middle. This ball's caught. Run out of bounds after about a 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, we'll get another look at that play. It was a nice little pass there by Shulock. Finds his man. And then a couple of green jerseys knock him out of bounds, and Turpin right back to that line again.
Other starters on defense, number 1, Jeremiah Anderson. Number 7, Jermaine Matthews. Number 23, Lorenzo Hudson. And number 24, Quentin Jenkins Jr. This ball's thrown out in the right flat, but Warriors defends this. This is 7 blue, number 6.
Yeah, we take another look at that play. 7 blue all over that play from the start. That play had no chance of going anywhere, and they're lucky that ball wasn't corralled there because that could have very easily been a fumble if he'd have had a possession of that one.
That's right.
Great defensive start for the Warriors with a 3 and out.
So that'll be 4th and 3. Cameron Calhoun, number 25, is the other starter on defense as the special teams gets ready to kick this ball. Spikes is on his own 34-yard line awaiting his punt.
Spikes is a dangerous return guy.
Kick is low, end over end. Spikes retreats. It's going to take a bounce over his head. Spikes picks it up on the 80, turns north with the ball, and he gets around the guy, but finally they get him hauled down. Looks like near the 17-yard line.
Yeah, we get another look at that return. That was an interesting idea to pick up the ball and run with it by Spikes. That ball was going to roll a little bit further. You usually don't want to return it inside your own 10, but Spikes has got a lot of speed and some shiftiness when he runs the ball, and he thought he could do a little something there, but not a whole lot of room there to run. And the Warriors are going to start inside their own 20.
Starters on offense for the Warriors. Left tackle, number 75, Henry Johnson Jr. 57, Omar Bazin. Left guard, number 62, a center, Will Edwards. And here comes a snap to Ellery. He turns to give to Spikes. Spikes runs straight north with the ball. They finally stop him after he picks up about 3 yards.
Taken down by number 30, Charles Hammerlin.
Spikes and James Miner III. And a steady diet of running the ball for the Warriors.
Pick up of 4 yards on the carry. Second down and 6.
2nd and 6. Here's Ellery awaiting the snap. Turns to give to Spikes again. He twists around and gets outside, but they're going to get him shoved out of bounds after about a 2-yard gain.
Irene Spikes takes it
Get another look at that play.
close to the
Spikes sees the ball, nice
25-yard
spin
line.
move. The Turpin's right there with him the whole time. He doesn't get a whole lot. And Jake, we saw
And
in the
out of
first
bounds by
meeting
number
between these two
38,
teams this year. It took Winton Woods a
Trey
little bit to
Carpenter.
get woken up, so it took them about halftime before they really started kicking it in.
It'll be
So
3rd and
we'll see what happens in
3
this
for the
one.
Warriors.
So the Spartans get that play blown up in the backfield.
Pass is incomplete. Winton Woods will punt.
Oh, that's going to bring it to 4th and 3.
Number 26, K.C. Spears, is back to punt for the Warriors.
So K.C. Spears looking to kick this ball. Spartans got a receiver awaiting his kick on his own 36-yard line. Spears grabs the high snap, kicks his high end over end. Turpin retreats, he's on his 30 with the catch. Stiff arms this guy, and meanwhile he gets up to about 35-yard line on the return.
Taken down by number 31.
Where Turpin will put it in gear on their own 35, first down.
Yeah, and Jake, we've seen K.C. Spears a lot this season. When he's punting, that young man's got a good leg. He can boot that ball down the field, and that was another great punt by K.C. Spears.
You're right, K.C. Spears has seemed to be coming into his own the last 3-4 weeks of this campaign, and not only kicking his ball, but running and receiving passes. So here comes the Spartans, 1st and 10.
Shulock, the quarterback for the Spartans.
trips left. That pass is thrown to the left flat and dropped.
Yeah, Turpin, they actually had that set up, and he was good to go there. The defender wasn't anywhere near him. When he caught that ball, he just couldn't catch it. And like we said at the opening, with this rain, and you see it starting to come down harder again, Jake, catching the ball and controlling is going to be an issue for both teams in this one.
Of course, we got a lot of playoff football getting kicked off around the area tonight, and I'm sure most places are going to have the same difficulties. Shulock got a man in motion. Gives to the guy cutting in the middle. They got him strung out, though, and he's going to be thrown down for no gain. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, we take another look at that play. I'll call it. He tried to bounce that thing outside, and like we said in the last drive, you just can't do that against Winton Woods. They're just too fast. You're not going to beat them to the outside. You can't go off tackle against this team. They're too athletic.
Okay, 3rd and 11. I see the Warriors got number 17, Derek Lawson, in the game on defense for this 3rd and 11 attempt. Lawson's been playing a lot of defense. Here he's in on the rush. Sidearm throw, and it's going to be incomplete. So that's going to make it 4th and 11.
Yeah, and Jake, you mentioned Lawson coming in. He's a converted quarterback. He actually was the quarterback for the game we did against Kings. Lawson's playing linebacker, and he's looking the part there on that blitz. That was an impressive rush. Just the tackle used his momentum against him, but that was an outstanding pressure there.
Yeah, this kid, he wants it bad. You can tell. Just put him on the field. He wants to play. So here's the Spartans ready to kick this ball. Spike's waiting for it on his 35. The kick is low. Spikes retreats again. He's going to fall under this one, and he's going to turn north with it. He runs through a few hands, and finally they get him taken down. It looks like about the 34-yard line of the Warriors.
Yeah, we take another look at that one. Spikes again, lets that ball go over his head, but this time he had a little more room to run. He gets a nice little return there for the Warriors, and that ball's just about blocked off the punt. That was a great push up front by the Warrior special teams.
The Warrior special teams has carried a lot of water for him this year. Other starters on offense for the Warriors will be number 74, right guard, Andrew Thompson. Right tackle, number 68, Demarion Stone. Wide receiver, Traymar Harris, number 82. There's Spikes. He gets around. He's on the field. He's going down the street. They finally get him shoved out of bounds, close to the Spartan 40-yard line. Looks like you're going to call it the 39.5-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great run there, but that was all set up by number 26, KC Spears. That was an outstanding block. As we take another look here, Spears goes in motion, but then he comes back. They give the ball to Spikes. Watch this block by Spears.
That's right.
Absolutely seals that edge off. That is a great block by Spears, and he absolutely sprung that play.
1st and 10, ball on the 39. There's Spikes again, straight through the hole. They finally get him taken down, looks like on the 34-yard line. Other offensive starters for the Warriors, number 26, KC Spears, who you just spoke of. Number 14, Antonio Turner. Number 3, Caden Sanders. Number 22, Tyreek Spikes. Number 15, Austin Ellery. And number 20, James Minor. Ellery gives the Spikes. He looks around and cuts through a hole that's there. Forces his way up to about the 28-yard line before they get him down.
We take another look here. You get Spikes. A little bit of Le'Veon Bell in his prime there. A little stop, read the hole, find the hole, and go. It was a nice little jump cut there by Spikes, and he gets a Warrior first down.
Okay, so Ellery's looking over to Coach Chad Murphy to see what they're going to do on this play. Relays the word to the O-line. 7:34 left to go in the first quarter. No, that's Minor. He steps around a guy, but he's going to score. But we see a flag on the field in the Warrior backfield.
Yeah, and Jake, unfortunately, that's right around the area where the holding penalty is usually called, so this one's likely coming back.
Yeah, this one's likely coming back. I watched the official throw that flag right as Minor was stepping around that block.
Ball placed at the 38-yard line, a penalty of 10 yards. First and 20 for the Warriors.
Yeah, take another look at that run. Minor, he's got the hole. Don't see anything too egregious there, but it could have been in that giant cluster that we had going on up the middle. But a great run by Minor. It's going to be all for naught, though.
It's going to be a good change of pace between Minor and Spikes. There's Minor again. He runs around right in, makes a man miss, and then he gets it down to about 29-yard line.
Yeah, we get another look at this play. Look at this block by Damarian Stone. He is just pushing this guy downfield. That is a big young man doing a lot of heavy lifting right there.
This guy, Damarian Stone, that was a snowplow block. Clock moving, 6:50 left to go here in the first quarter.
Second down and 12 for the Warriors.
And it looks like they're about ready to throw this ball. Looks like they were going to give it to Minor, but the flags are thrown before the play even gets started.
False start on the Warriors.
False start on the Warriors.
5 yards. Placed at the 35-yard line. Second down.
Jake, as we talked about at the opening of this game, the penalties, they got to cut them out. They can't keep having the backwards on the big plays. You get a big play and immediately go right backwards. You can't keep doing that and expect to go far in the playoffs.
That's correct. So here's Ellery waiting. There's the give inside, straight up the middle. Looks like he's going to pick up about 4 grudging yards off that.
Yeah, we get another look at this run by Minor. Great blocking up front, but just too many Turpin jerseys fill that hole, and he can't get there just quick enough.
Placed on the 31-yard line. Tackle made by number 3, Andrew Covington. Also number 38, Trey Carpenter.
Okay, so 3rd and 13. They need a few more yards to be in field goal range. Low snap. Spikes with the carry. Spikes running through would-be tackler. Spikes still on his feet. Scores his touchdown into the north end zone of Frederick Stadium, where the Winton Woods Warriors are going to start this game off in the lead. No flags.
Yeah, and that's what you use Tyreek Spikes for. You get that young man the ball, he is going to do some good things for you. He gets that ball, he takes it off the right side, and he hits that extra gear, and he is just gone.
Double deuce coup. Okay, so here we are. Dan Dombele here to try this extra point attempt. They need him. Hold us down. The kick is up. And that kick is good. So with 5:47 left to go in the first quarter here, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 7 and the visiting Turpin Spartans nothing.
Here's another look at that last touchdown run by Spikes. Watch this run. It's a low snap. Spikes has got room. He gets through, and he just outruns everybody. And that's when you have a guy with that much speed. You just give him a little bit of daylight. He's going to find that room, and he is just going to make you pay on defense.
And the low snap served the purpose of throwing the timing off just enough to make those defenders, because the defenders had a good push, but the timing just threw them off, I think.
Yeah, we got another angle at that play. It looks like Turpin actually overcommitted just a little bit there, and Spikes got a little bit of a hole. Loses his balance a little bit, but he's able to stay on his feet and get in the end zone.
So here's the Warriors special teams. Getting ready to boot this thing back over to the Spartans. Spartans in this, it's like they got a respectable crowd considering the travel and the weather. Really, they got just as many people as the Warriors have if you subtract the Warriors back. So that kick is off. Picked up at the 23-yard line, and he's hit immediately and pulled down on the 24 by the Warriors special teams.
That was very close to being a very dangerous return there by Turpin. He let that ball bounce. Winton Woods is flying down the field. That's a live ball after 10 yards. Once he picks that thing up, he got very lucky. As we take another look, watch this. He could have been drilled right there. That could have been a very big hit. He got very lucky. But either way, not a very big return, but Turpin's going to start right about their own 24-yard line. Well, let's see if they can get themselves back in this game after giving up that touchdown.
So Shulock back there waiting for the snap. Will Shulock, senior quarterback. Man in motion. Give it to the second guy, and he's hit. Maybe a yard gain, if any.
Yeah, this Winton Woods run defense, this is one of the toughest I've ever seen, Jake, and I've been around football a long time. This is one of the scariest defenses I've ever seen, particularly defending the run.
And this is a great defense and well coached. The transition has worked out good for the Warrior defense. They've held the team. They kind of carried the team till the offense could establish their identity. Shulock waiting for the snap. Turns and gives. Runs up in the middle. Host of Warrior hats waiting for him. He might have picked up 2 yards, but that's it.
So we take another look here. Winton Woods just gets a good push up front. He just gets slung to the ground there. That was number 51, Camden Fuller. I'm sorry.
So 3rd and 9. This is where Will Shulock is going to probably have to throw. He's got trips left. Everything's spread out. They're not coming after him. He's forced out of the pocket. Now he's going to have to run. He's hammered. Still on his feet. Misthrows his ball. It's going to be considered an incomplete pass. We got somebody slow to get up. That's Shulock, a little slow to get up.
Yeah, you never want to see somebody get hurt. He's holding that arm a little awkwardly there. Hopefully he's okay. But we take another look here. Winton Woods, they only sent 3 on the pressure. He survives a big hit there, but his arm got hit a little awkwardly there as he let go of that ball. But, yeah, this Winton Woods pass rush, they're as scary as the run defense.
See, he got on the sideline. He went straight down. So the Warriors special teams, they got Spike standing on his 35 waiting his kick. Looks like this one's going to fall right into his arms. No. He falls back to pick it up. He's got it. Fakes the guy out. He gets up to the 20. Nice little return for Spikes. They're going to get him down at about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, we get another look there. He's kind of like waiting on his block to set up or something there. He gets a little bit of a block. They had a little, from up here it looked like they had a face mask they got away with there, but no flag on the play, so no harm, no foul, I guess. Jake, we've seen some interesting returns the first 3 punts in this game from Spikes. He's scaring me a little bit, letting the ball keep going over his head like that. One of these days he's going to get burned trying to do that.
Yeah, I think he's probably scaring Coach Chad Murphy a little bit too. But that's your man. That's the double deuce coup, and they put their hopes in his feet. Ellery awaiting the snap. Gives the Spikes inside. He cuts inside. He runs past everybody, and I don't know if this guy can catch Spikes. Spikes broke his tackle. Still on his feet. Guy don't celebrate through the block. Touchdown. No flags on the field. That's the double deuce coup. Tariq Spikes, 77-yard touchdown. Run past everybody.
What a run by Tyreek Spikes, his second touchdown of the first quarter. And when we go back and look at this play, Jake, I want us to take a look at the wide receivers blocking on this play. When we go back after this extra point, we have to take a look at the receivers. They sprung that run.
And the burst that Spikes put on once he got past the first line, I'm surprised they even came that close to catching him.
Yeah, that young man is electric when he's got that ball in his hands.
Oh, here come the Warriors. Dan Umadombele here to kick this PAT. There's the hole. It's down. The kick is up. And that kick is good. So with 3:50 left to go in the first quarter here, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 14 and the visiting Turpin Spartans nothing.
Yeah, here's another look. Watch these receivers.
Look at
They
that.
seal that off. The left tackle does an outstanding job as well for Winton Woods. And at that point, it's just a foot race, and Spikes is going to leave everybody in the dust here. And this is just, that's an impressive play all the way around. Spikes with the speed, the receivers with the blocking, the left tackle there for the Winton Woods just absolutely seals off the end. That is textbook, picture-perfect blocking and executed to absolute perfection.
That's Sunday afternoon blocking there. So we see the Warriors special teams about to kick this thing back over to the Spartans. We'll have to see what became of Will Shulock. He was in a little bit of pain and discomfort when he went off after that last series. We'll have to see.
Yeah, they got somebody throwing a ball down there for Turpin. I can't tell if that's Shulock or another quarterback.
There's the kick. It's a low squibber. No, it's a high kick. Yeah, right. Tony in the truck says, I'm starting to sound like a baseball announcer.
Old Nuxie.
Well,
Looks like Shulock is going to stay in the game, so that's good news for Turpin.
well, these guys got to do something to protect Shulock, because from what I'm seeing so far, Shulock is trying to do too much, but he has no other choice. Trips left. Shulock looking to throw. This ball's incomplete. Number 25 was trying to look upfield to see where he was going to go.
Yeah, I'm thinking Alcalde might have been hearing some footsteps there because that Winton Woods defense, they were coming hard, but they had that screen all set up, just couldn't corral the ball. And Turpin's going to need to start completing some passes here if they want to keep in this game already down 14-0.
2nd and 10. Shulock's going to do the quarterback draw and get next to nothing.
Yeah, surprising play call there by Turpin. Looking at the stats, Shulock doesn't have much in the way of rushing yards this season. So kind of surprised that they would go for a draw that early in the game. But I guess they're trying to catch Winton Woods off guard, and it just didn't work on that play.
That's not the way to do it. Oh, we see Logan Lawson. He's trying to do that jailbreak blitz. Tried to time that up just right.
Yeah, Lawson's taken to that new linebacker role just a little too anxious on that play. He wanted to get there a little too quick.
Yeah, because Lawson, I believe he wants to hurt somebody.
Yeah, you don't see many quarterbacks that are that physical, but I guess he says, I'm a linebacker now.
Looking to throw over the middle. This ball's caught. Looks like he's got enough for a first down. So that'll be the first down of the night for the Turpins, where we see the chain gang stepping on the far side.
Turpin's going to need a lot of those if they want to stay in the game right now, because Winton Woods' run game is outstanding, and right now that defense is playing out of its mind too, so Turpin's going to need a lot of first downs if they want to stay in the game.
And see, my guess is the Winton Woods defense, they know that Shulock is a little bit miffed up, so Pass is thrown in this flat. They're trying to complete a tunnel screen, but number 4 gets rudely taken down. That's Louis Burke.
On the stop, number 7.
Yeah, we get another look here, a little bit of a tunnel screen. And Jermaine Matthews Jr. right there just gobbles that thing up in the backfield for a nice little loss. And that is just how they teach it if you're a corner.
Timeout.
Well, we got official timeout now.
It'll be second down.
Other starters on defense for the Warriors are linebacker number 1, Jeremiah Anderson. Number 7, Jermaine Matthews. Number 23, Lorenzo Hudson. And number 24, Quentin Jenkins Jr. And number 25, Cameron Calhoun. Ball's fumbled in the backfield. So all they could do is to fall on it. It's going to be third and probably about 13 or 14.
Yeah, and Jake, this is a dream start if you're Winton Woods, but it's a nightmare start if you're Turpin. And like we said, it's a playoff game. It's win or go home. And if Turpin wants their season to keep going, they got to get it together.
Well, in this playoffs, it seems to me like you're going to have to score early and not have the extra energy that you got to come back and just get in the lead and hold the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Looking to throw this ball over the middle. This ball's caught. Taken down by number 23 in the Warriors, Lorenzo Hudson, first down.
Yeah, we get another look there. Gets his man wide open in the middle of the field, and he holds on after taking a nice little pop there. And Turpin's going to need a lot of that in this game.
From the Winton Woods, 43-yard line.
1:09 left to go in the first quarter. Trips left, Sherlock straight drop, throws his ball. It's caught by his receiver. It's got another first down. Finally pulled down by the Warrior defense.
Yeah, the Turpin passing game starting to wake up a little bit here on that drive. That was a nice little pitch and catch there by Sherlock. And his man makes somebody miss there. That was number 2, Ryan McDowell, with a nice little stutter step to get himself the extra yards for the first down.
Clock moving. 40 seconds left to go in the quarter. Ball's thrown and knocked down by the Warrior defender. That's number 1, Jeremiah Anderson, senior linebacker.
Anderson read that play all the way. He was with his man the whole way, got a hand out there, just smacked that ball over to the Turpin bench. Can't ask for much more than that.
That's right. Sherlock looking over the sideline. Got a man back there with him. Straight drop, throws his ball, and this guy is disconnected from that ball.
Yeah, it was kind of an interesting throw there by Sherlock. He kind of got McDowell stretched out a little bit, and he's very lucky. That wasn't a bigger hit than it was, but he wasn't able to hold on to that ball.
Yeah, that's the kind of hit where you get somebody's ribs broken.
Absolutely, that is. That's the kind of
Pass,
another look
where you
here.
get some-
That's the kind of hit the receivers don't like to take.
That's number 25, Cameron Calhoun, on that big hit. Sherlock looking to throw. Got a man going down the far sideline, but incomplete, just over the hands. It's going to bring up 4th and 10. 26.7 seconds.
Yeah, I like the play call there by Turpin. They had McDowell wide open by himself in the secondary. Sherlock just led him a little too far. Like the play call, like the idea. They just got to execute a little bit.
Looks like this weather, rain has calmed down some. See, okay, so here's the Turpins. 4th down, they're gonna go for it. Sherlock rolling to his right, stops and throws, incomplete over everybody's head. Warriors will take over on downs.
Yeah, nice little 4th down stand there by Winton Woods. They had a long way to go on 4th and 10. They got nice pressure off the edge. Sherlock had to get rid of that ball probably a little quicker than he wanted to, and he just overthrew his guy by a little too much.
Take over on downs.
Just like that, Winton Woods back in business at their own 30-yard line.
This is where the Spartan defense is going to have to come up with some answers for these big blocks that is knocking them off the ball.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of nice blocks, especially on the outside by Winton Woods tonight, and Turpin's got to come up with an answer for that, or it's going to be a long night for their defense.
Ball's on the 30-yard line. There's the give inside, muscling his way through the pile. Looks like it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup. Clock is running. Looks like that's going to do it for the first quarter here. So there's 0. So at the end of 1 quarter play from Frederick Stadium here on the campus of Winton Woods High School, Forest Park, Ohio, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 14 and the visiting Turpin Spartans nothing.
Yeah, that first quarter, if it taught us anything in this game, Winton Woods is here to stay with that run game, Jake. That running game has been impressive. The blocking, you're getting the skill guys involved, getting blocks on the outside, and Spikes and Minor are just doing their thing. If Winton Woods can keep that up for 4 quarters, this is going to be a very good game if you're Warrior Nation.
Yeah, this looks like the kind of game that Warrior Nation will recall for quite a while. Certainly beat some of their first-round games. I remember a couple years ago, their first-round game, Kirsten Williams' big brother had to take that game into his hands, scored 6 touchdowns after they let these visiting Olentangy crew come in here and jump on a lead, but they must have had none of that tonight with these Spartans.
Yeah, I'm sure Winton Woods, they're hungry. They want that rematch with Kings. They only lost by 1 in that game, so I'm sure they got that game circled on their schedule. They want the Knights again.
There's Ellery with the ball. He gives to Minor. Minor's still on his feet, bust over a guy, and he's finally taken down about the 49-yard line. First down.
Yeah, once again, Winton Woods, they just keep pounding the rock. They got that big front 5. They're a lot bigger than what Turpin's got in front on their front 7, and they're just using that size and leaning on people, and Spikes and Minor are just getting a little bit of holes they need, and they're just taking it themselves and doing it all. It's like the old thing with the Hall of Famer Gale Sayers. You give me a couple feet of daylight and I'm gone.
Gale Sayers. There's Spikes. Flag on the play. The way that flag came out, I'm sure that's going back, but sure looked good. Spikes threading his way through that hole.
Oh, we got a face mask on Turpin.
Face mask on Turpin.
Yeah, where that flag was thrown, I would have thought that was a hold, but they got a face mask against the Spartans, so that's going to give them 15 and a first down.
Let's see. Can't see it. But I'm sure the Warriors will keep this march. See the chain gang and the Warriors marching on into Turpin territory. Where they're going to set it down on the Spartan 30-yard line. 11:45 left to go in the half.
Looks like we've got a little Wildcat action here.
Casey Spears looks like he's going to be handling the Wildcat duty. Spears plants and fakes left. Now he's going right. There's a flag on the play after he's going to run this in close to a touchdown. But
Goes around the right side. Penalty flag on the play.
Yep, coming back.
holding. See, looks like the Warriors
right there
want to try to fake these guys out now.
Yeah, they're sticking with the run game, and I don't know if they've put a ball in the air yet in this game. The run game's doing it all, but on that particular play, and we saw it there on the replay, just a little bit too much of the jersey, and you see that little pull. Anytime you see a defensive lineman get pulled, that's going to be a flag every time, because it doesn't matter if you got those hands in there or not. The minute they see that jersey get pulled and the guy get his shoulder spun like that, flag's coming out every time.
11:24 left. Looks like Spears is going to stay in the game. I don't know where Ellery is. Spears going left. He's got a blocker in front of him. He pushes this guy to throw the block, and he's still on his feet. He's got close to first down yardage, and they finally get him shoved out of bounds on the far side. Looks like he's about 2 yards away from a first down.
Yeah, and Jake, I cannot give enough compliments to these wide receivers in this game. They are busting their butts out there, blocking downfield. As we take another look here, Spears in the Wildcat. He gets to the outside, and once again, we've got receivers who are busting their tails out there. As we get another look, we got skill guys blocking. You don't see that everywhere. I love watching when skill guys are willing to get their hands dirty and go throw a block downfield, because that's going to spring a lot more than if you just have the front five doing it.
That's right.
You'll love to see that.
And that's putting things on film that you want future opponents to understand.
Yeah, the Warriors seem like they are very hungry for that rematch with Kings next week if they can win here.
Spears fakes to his right and goes straight up the middle, close to a first down. I'm sure they won't let off the gas tonight, foot on throat. He's going to stay on the throat.
No, I don't think Coach Murphy's going to let them take the foot off the gas. We've seen that a couple times where they've had big games and they'll keep going all 4 quarters. I don't think Coach Murphy's going to let that happen.
That's right.
He does a good job with this team.
And Coach Murphy, he's been in playoffs before. He's taken teams from Northwest High School a few rounds in the playoffs. And these guys, you can tell they're playing with their hair on fire for him. He's got everybody on the same page. I was at practice the other day talking to some of the parents, and, he's got the trainer running exercise line. And I hear the trainer, that's Becca Gaston, and I hear this female voice running these guys and working them hard. I'm like, that's right. So what we got here, Halloween march down here. Thank you.
Yeah, this Warrior program, these guys have all definitely bought into what Coach Murphy's trying to get them to buy into, and it's working wonders for them now. Started a little slow at the beginning of the season. The offense was getting its footing, trying to come up with the new offense after all those years of the triple option. But now that the offense has got its footing, this team has definitely got its foot on the gas, and they are a threat in the playoffs.
That's right. I mean, I don't want to say when they play Kings, but if they play Kings again, everybody knows what they're going to be doing with the ball. There's Ellery with the give. Stiff arms this guy, still outside on his feet, and he's got the block to get him into the end zone for a touchdown. That's number 20, Mr. Minor, for the Warriors on that touchdown, James Minor.
Yeah, Minor decided he didn't want Spikes to have all the fun. He wanted a touchdown too. We get another look here. Nice blocking on the outside. And again, the receiver's out here throwing blocks, and that springs it. And there goes Minor into the end zone for 6.
Except they got the penalty flag on it. And the receiver's probably the one that they're saying was holding on that play.
Oh, we're coming back.
So 9:52 left to go in the half. First and 12. This is where the Warriors might go and throw this ball. No, sir. Spikes with the pitch, and he's picking up about 3 yards down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Spikes just takes a pitch, does what he can with that ball, gets himself about 7 yards or so. That's all you can really ask for on that play. He gets enough blocking to make it a second and medium. It's a great job after losing yards on that holding penalty.
Okay, they got guys spread out. Ellery gives the spikes. Shoves one guy out the way, but they got him down. A lot of hats finally caught up with spikes.
Yeah, I love the end of
Make
that
it
play,
3rd and
Damarian
6.
Stone. Yeah, I love the end of that play with Damarian Stone. He tried to pull him forward for that first down, but he was too far away and he just fell down. But Stone was like, I will get you there. Just come with me.
3rd and 5. Clock moving. 8:40 left to go here in the half. See what the Warriors come up with here. Got Minor behind Ellery. There's Minor with the carry. He muscles it down to about the 9-yard line.
Yeah, we get another look at this play. The receiver's again blocking on the outside, but this time it might have actually hurt this play because he blocks him into Minor and squeezes him to the sideline. So that was a great effort there by Caden Sanders, but his block actually cut him off and didn't let him get more yards. But you still love the effort by Sanders.
This is where the Warriors have to prove that they can score. Everybody knows what's coming, and there's Minor. He pushes ahead, and he's inside about the 3-yard line here. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, another look at that play. Warriors go off tackle again with Minor. It gets a couple yards. And I've noticed on this drive, they're starting to go a little more off tackle than up the middle like they were earlier in the game. They're starting to really try to stretch them to the outside because they know they've got the athleticism to beat them out there, and they've done it so far on this drive.
You see where the Warriors got, what are these people in Halloween costumes doing dances on the side?
Well, it is that time of year.
Boogeyman season. There's Minor trying to get to the outside, but they got him stopped and thrown down rudely at about the 1-yard line, maybe the 2.
Yeah, you watch Minor here on this carry. I thought he was going to carry him into the end zone for a second. 38 drags him for an extra yard or two before he slings him to the ground. I thought he forgot where he was on the field for a second, was going to take him into the end zone, but fortunately for Turpin, he did bring him down short of the goal line, so it's going to be 3rd and very short for Winton Woods at the, 2-yard line looks like?
2-yard line. 7:04 left to go in the half. Ellery keeps it himself, pulls it out of a gut, but Ellery is hit hard. Gets close to the goal line, but they hammered him.
Yeah, Ellery tried to lower that shoulder and get himself in the end zone. It looks like they're going to hurry to the line and catch him off guard to try and get a real quick score.
4th and 1, they do the quarterback sneak, and there's no sign by the officials. Touchdown. Now they signal a touchdown. No flags on the field.
Yeah, Ellery just takes the snap. He gets in behind the big guys up front. He's got his running backs pushing him forward as well. And Ellery, he's not the biggest kid in the world playing quarterback, but when you got a big front five like Winton Woods does, all you got to do is get in behind them and just let them get you into the end zone. And that's exactly what Ellery did there.
Yeah, I want a quarterback. I don't care what his size is, but he's got to be able to do quarterback sneak if needed, which Ellery just did. Casey Spears going to be the holder as Dan Umbadombele trying to put the point after to this. There's a snap, the hold is down, the kick is kind of lovely, but it's no good. So with 6:33 left to go in the half, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 20 and the visiting Turpin Spartans 0.
Yeah, Jake, this has been an offensive explosion so far in the first half by the Warriors, and you just hope that they don't take the foot off the gas and they keep going and don't let Turpin back into this game if you're here in Warrior Nation watching this game.
That's right. I'm with you on that because Warrior Nation here, they know that they have to, give these people something to consider. Not that they're playing to please the press per se, but they got to beat these guys by substantial margin. So they know when they show up there these other places, it's no joke.
With this being what some people call the real season, where it's win or go home, you got the first 10 games of the season are essentially the qualifiers to get your seeding and see if you make the playoffs. Now it's win or go home. But at this point, it's not about the eye test anymore. You just got to win, and that's what Winton Woods has to focus on in this game.
Exactly. So there's a kick. It's a high, short kick, gathered in at the 12. He heads north, and he's hauled down at about the 22-yard line.
This Winton Woods special teams unit, they have been very good so far in this game. They're not allowing very many returns, and they're getting down there real quick, and they're just stuffing these things out before Turpin can get anything going.
So, number 21, Mike Middleton Jr., senior, 5'9", 165-pound DB, made that stop on special teams for the Warriors. 6:28 left to go in the half. Turpin breaks the huddle, and they come up on the ball.
First and 10 Spartans from the 22-yard line.
There's a snap. Shulock rolling to his left. Throws back against his body to the right, and he is hit. This receiver caught that ball.
Read and react. That is all you got to do on defense, and that is exactly what Jeremiah Anderson did on that play. He snuffed that screen out immediately.
Second and 12. Shulock looking to throw, but they're in on him.
That's 15.
Just inadvertently got that face mask. Yeah, that's going to be the big one. Shulock didn't need that on top of the other stuff that was ailing him.
No, Shulock trying to walk that one off. You hope he's okay. That looked like a nasty face mask, and I don't think it was on purpose. Looks like he was reaching to get to his shoulder, and that's all he could grab as we take another look. Pressure's coming. Yeah, he looks like he was trying to grab the jersey, and he got nothing but face mask. It looked very ugly, but fortunately it looks like Shulock's going to stay in the game.
Last time Shulock took that big hit, he came back firing that ball. So sometimes when he gets popped, it might get his juices going to where now he wants to do something. 5:45 left to go in the half. As we see the Warriors marching band making their way on over to the far side of the field.
Looks like the officials are still trying to figure something out here after that penalty.
It's like they marched the yards off. They got the chase. Okay, so here we go, 5:56. Clock moving. Shulock in the pistol. He's got a man back there, man in motion now. Claps the snap, throws this ball to the right flat, but he can't get away. But he sticks his nose in there and gets good yardage. Oh, somebody's helmet came off, so he'll have to sit this play out.
Yeah, we'll get another look at that. McDowell catches it, and he drags a couple of Warrior defenders with him, and then he loses his lid, so he's going to have to sit out for a play. But that was a nice effort play there by McDowell.
It was that.
And he's staying on the field. I thought you had to come out after a penalty or penalty.
So he's able to stay in the game because of the technicality that it was ripped off his head. Here's Shulock. He gives inside. This guy runs around the pile and picks up about enough for first down, depending on where they mark it.
Goes around the left side, picks up a first down for Turpin.
We get into the look here at Alcalde. Anderson does a nice job there, trips him up, but he gets just enough for that first down for Turpin. Yeah, Turpin, despite doing the no-huddle offense, they really slow the pace down when they look to the sideline.
The pass is incomplete. Could have almost been intercepted.
Yeah, and those of you who are watching the NFL game last night, that almost looked a little bit like A.J. Green on that last play. The ball was thrown to him. He wasn't looking for it, and it almost got picked off.
Man, I wasn't going to say nothing about A.J. Green. I know that former Steeler did good by the Cardinals. Incomplete down the far deep sideline.
Shulock showing off that arm there. He's got a big arm, but just a little too much on that throw there, and he leads his guy a little too far and out of bounds. So the Warrior defense looking to get another big stand here on third down.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Murphy has these guys exactly where they need to be at this stage of the campaign. Shulock rolling to his left. This ball's caught. They're calling it a completed catch. They're going to put it down at the Spartan 47-yard line.
Yeah, we'll get another look at that. Shulock rolls to his left. He hits McDowell with the first down pass. Or actually, they're going to mark that short as a third down. But he goes to McDowell a lot. McDowell is the leading receiver for Turpin. He's got 799 yards and 10 touchdowns coming into this game. So he's over the 800 mark now after the first couple of catches he's had in this one.
He could get whatever he wants to get as long as it ain't enough to put the scoreboard in jeopardy for the Warriors.
I'm sure they feel the same way.
Here's Shulock. Got a man with him. Gives to the back, but he's all over him. That's Macklin, number 58 on him, among others.
Yeah, we get another look here. Winton Woods just absolutely closes that thing up real quick. Turpin gets a little bit of a hole at the start, but Winton Woods, they just get to the hole way before Alcalde does, and that ball goes absolutely nowhere on that one.
Clock running, 4:15 left to go in the half. Spartans break the huddle. A lot of movement and shifting by the Spartans. Shulock looking to throw this ball deep down the far sideline. Incomplete.
Yeah, once again, Shulock showing off the big arm, looking for his favorite target with McDowell. He just leads him too far to the outside, and he can't get to it.
Third down and 10.
So it's going to be 3rd and 10. Shulock rolling to his right. This ball is complete. Picks up good yardage. Looks like he's going to be close to a first down. It's probably going to be about a yard short the way it looks.
Yeah, this was a great defensive stand here by Winton Woods. A big pop here. Makes him go backwards, and he does not get the first down. That was a big hit that kept him from getting the first.
4th and 1. The Spartans are going to go for it. Timeout called by the Warriors.
Timeout, Winton Woods. Their second timeout of the first half.
It looked like Turpin was lined up, going to try and go for that QB sneak on 4th and 1, and Winton Woods wanted to make sure they had the right personnel in there, so that's why they're going to burn a timeout there.
Yeah, Winton Woods just got done pulling that deal on Turpin for the touchdown.
Yep. They don't want turnabout to be a fair play.
Personalized care solutions. They're your trusted source to get you moving. Find your provider at mercy.com/ortho. That's mercy.com/ortho.
Well, this weather, it looks like if it's not going to rain anymore, it'll be good football weather now.
It definitely feels like late October weather.
Home side of Charles Frederick Stadium. They have hot coffee, hot chocolate.
Next week it's going to be a lot cooler too. It's not like it's warm tonight. Obviously, Jake, you and I both bundled up tonight, but it's going to be even cooler next Friday night.
Charles Frederick Stadium. Concession stand.
Yeah, next Friday it'll be cold plus wet.
That's a bad combination.
For the Spartans.
4th and 1. Turpin's still going for. What's this guy doing? Number 2 over here, wide receiver. There's a handoff. Looks like he slips through there for a first down.
Number 25, Keenan Alkay, straight ahead for
Here we go.
first down. On the stop for the
Now
Warriors.
Caldy got that one, just goes right up the middle. He got very close to that first down marker. He bounced, but it looks like he bounced after the first down marker, so that's good for a Spartan first down.
So Spartans could keep this ball, score. There's a give, 25 with the carry around left end. We see a flag on the play.
Stop at the line of scrimmage. Stop was made by number 6, 7 Blue.
Well, that's going to be holding on Turpin, nullifying that gain.
Holding, Turpin.
That was some pinpoint accuracy there by the official on that flag throw. He almost hit the play right with it.
Marked off from the 44
The official said, we've been doing this all season now. I'm getting.
34-yard line.
His arms all nice and loosened up, and he was like, the penalty was right here.
Okay, so here's the Spartans. Got trips right. 244. Shulock rolling to his right. He's going to throw this ball. It's going to be knocked down. Nearly intercepted the way it looked from here.
Passes intended for number 4, Lewis Burke.
Yeah, Jermaine Matthews Jr., he comes flying up from downfield, and he just about picked that one and took it the other way. Just couldn't corral it, but a great defensive play there by Matthews.
On the coverage, number 7, Jermaine Matthews Jr.
I see the Warriors are putting number 14, Kyron Oliver, 6'3", 180-pound senior linebacker D lineman in there. Some of these third down plays, some of these long yardage plays, rather. Shulock looking to throw this ball. This ball is caught over the middle. Immediately taken down by the Warrior defender, number 23, Lorenzo Hudson.
Yeah, Shulock uncorks one there. He's got a guy wide open. So we get another view of that play. He's got a clean pocket all day to throw, hits his man right in stride, and then his receiver takes a pop there, and it's going to be 3rd and short.
3rd and 2. Down to 2 minutes left to go in the half. Shulock going looking over the sideline at coach. Straight drop. Here they come after him. He rolls out to his right. This ball's up in the air, incomplete, out of bounds. 3rd and 2, 1:44 left to go here in the half.
Yeah, Winton Woods shows the difference when you let Shulock get a clean pocket like he had on the previous play, and then when you get him and have to make him move and throw on the run, it's a big difference affecting the accuracy. As we saw there, he throws that ball out of bounds. So if you can get some pressure on Shulock, as Winton Woods did it on that play, the Warriors ought to be in good shape going forward. You just got to make sure he doesn't get a clean pocket because he can hurt you if you do.
Yeah, I thought the Warriors were going to do more attacking Shulock than they have so far. I thought they were just going to come after him for all day. Now, as we see, now that the band is across the field, we look down and 25's got the ball. He's got a first down pickup. It looks like they get him tackled about the 28-yard line of the Warriors.
Yeah, just a simple off-tackle run there by Alcalde. He dragged 7 Blue for the first down, and Turpin quickly back to the line.
This ball is incomplete over in the left flat.
Pass is incomplete to number 15, Bart Hagelson.
He had blockers.
For the Warriors, number 1, Jeremiah Anderson.
And once again, Turpin, they had the screen set up, but as we've seen a lot in this game early on, they just can't corral the ball when it's getting to them. You got the wet ball, and they're struggling to bring it in sometimes.
Shulock by himself back there. Straight drop. Throws this ball. It's incomplete.
Pass is intended for number 4, Lewis Burke.
Make it 3rd and 10.
On the coverage, number 7.
Yeah, Shulock had 2 receivers over there. I don't think either one thought they were getting the ball. One was running away from the ball, and the other turned around, and the ball is a good 5 yards behind him. So I'm not entirely sure who that ball was going to, but not a great pass by Shulock on that one.
So here come the Spartans breaking the huddle. Timeout. So the Spartans with the ball on the word 28, man in motion. Shulock throwing to the left flat. It's caught by number 7, but he's hammered down. And thrown out of bounds rudely. Now you see a flag on the field.
Pass is complete to number 7.
Right there at the scene of the tackle. What's this flag about?
On the stop for the Warriors, number 7, Jermaine Matthews Jr.
Yeah, we might be having some helmet-to-helmet contact on that because that tackle looked a little high as he knocked him out of bounds.
Yeah, I think I could hear something making that sound too up here. See the officials talking, and here they are now. They're moving this ball deeper into Warrior territory.
That's exactly what it is.
A hit to the head by the Warriors.
Yeah, we take another look.
Turpin.
He's heading out of bounds. Couldn't really tell there. Let's get another look at it. He's getting out of bounds. Yeah, that's right in the face. That's 15 every time.
So the clock moving. 1:17 left to go in the half. Shulock kicks this man in motion. Looking to throw this ball. Now they're in on Shulock, and they got him thrown down. That's Terran Macklin on the sack.
Yeah, we get another look there. Macklin he's a big and he's a bad man when he gets in that backfield. He just slings him to the ground. He's a tough guy to block. He's a big young man. He's got that low center of gravity. Big, strong kid. He'll just bull rush you right into the quarterback. And he's a bad, bad man when he gets in the backfield.
And he's a senior. Been doing this around War Nation for a few years now, making folks take note.
Will be performing at halftime.
So do you happen to know what any other scores are out there in the area tonight?
At this particular moment, I do not, but I will check on that momentarily.
Lima Senior, 6 at the half.
I know one score that this game particularly is going to be fond of is the Kings and Lima Senior score, since that's who the winner of this game will play the winner of.
In the first quarter, Piqua 21, Little Miami nothing.
Second down. Shulock out trips right. Straight drop, looking to throw. They're in on him again. It's number 4, and then Macklin. So number 4, Jamron Gibson, senior defensive tackle.
Penalty flag on the play.
And now they got a flag on this.
By the Warriors.
This flag is on the Warriors.
Yep.
55.7 seconds left to go in the half. Calling face mask.
And Jake, to answer your question from before, at halftime, Kings is currently leading Lima Senior 28-6.
Okay.
Timeout, Turpin. Their second timeout of the first half. Here are some more scores in the first quarter. Lakota West 21, West Claremont 0. In the second quarter, Princeton 7, Walnut Hills 0. In the second quarter, Moeller 35, Oak Hills 0. In the second quarter, St. Xavier 20, Hamilton 0. In the second quarter, Coleraine 20, Elder 13. In the second quarter, Fairfield 21, Mason 14. At the half, Sycamore leads Lakota East 13-0. At the half, Wyoming leads Waynesville 38-0. At the half, Milton Union leads Indian Hill 12-0. In the second quarter, LaSalle 21, Harrison 7.
So our PA announcer, our public address announcer, Kent Shill's in another room, getting us up to date on some of these scores in the area. Sounds like a good game between Coleraine and Elder.
Yeah, good game at the pit.
Rolling to his right. They got him hauled down. That's
Yes,
Macklin again on the tackle. Saxon.
Yeah, we get another look here. This is just straight up pressure by Winton Woods. They got green jerseys all over the backfield, and Macklin just drags him down to the ground and gets his second sack on this drive. The Winton Woods defense, they are just getting after the quarterback right now. That is third and forever coming up.
That's what they need on film for any future opponents to have to consider. But this defense, like we both said at the beginning, has been holding this team up.
Yeah, this Winton Woods defense definitely one of the best in the city of Cincinnati this season. They do not give up many points.
We're proud to partner with both the orthopedics and sports medicine to take care of all the Winton Woods orthopedic and health.
Jake, speaking to that, they didn't even give up an offensive touchdown until week 3.
That's right.
That's impressive in of itself.
And when was that? That was in the LaSalle game?
LaSalle had a pick 6, was their only touchdown, and then the first offensive touchdown they gave up was against Kings.
3rd and 31 for Turpin.
3rd and 31. There's Shula. Straight drop, looking to throw. Screen pass. Caught. He's got blockers. And he's going down the sideline. Get this guy shoved out of bounds. Thank you. No, they got him knocked out before. He's going to be on the 1-yard line. But, the word defense, looks like Coker took a hammering on that play. He's walking up there real gingerly. Look at that hit.
Yeah, that was a perfectly executed screen pass there by the Spartans. Alcalde had all day to run. He had a little bit of a convoy downfield with his big O-line, getting downfield and throwing blocks. Winton Woods, they used that aggressiveness against them. They got too many guys in the backfield. They got too deep. Just dump it right over their heads, and he had all day to run on that one.
There's a give inside. Looks like it's in the end zone. Touchdown. For the Turpin Spartans, we got a Warrior slow to get up. On that touchdown saving tackle, that was Quentin Jenkins Jr., number 24, to momentarily save that touchdown. Look at this hit. And that guy's twice as big as Jenkins, and he put the shoulder to him. Huh.
Yeah, this Winton Woods defense, they're not afraid of anybody, even if they're bigger than them. So get another look at the touchdown by Alcalde. He got him into that situation. Why not let him finish it? We try a little swinging gate
so
here.
Here's the Spartans breaking the huddle and going to try to execute this point after. The hold's down, that kick is up, and that kick is good. So with 24.7 seconds left to go in the half here, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 20 and the visiting Turpin Spartans 7.
Yeah, that drive from Turpin, they just said, don't count us out yet, guys. We're still playing this game.
Well, that's what they need to do. You don't take a wrong ride over here and middle of Friday afternoon traffic not to show up.
No, and Turpin is it is not walking distance, that is for sure. So I'm sure Turpin's wanting to make it worth their time coming over here tonight.
I'm just interested to see if this Will Shulock is going to be able to come back. He's taking some shots. Like I said, when he ran up to the line of scrimmage, he was hurting all the way up there.
Yeah, Shulock, he's a senior. He knows he's potentially playing his last high school football game. I'm sure he's not wanting to come out of this thing for anything if he can help it.
Number 2, Ryan McDowell, kicking off.
Last high school football game.
That's one of those things. It's one thing when you're a senior and your team doesn't make the playoffs and you know senior night's probably your last go-around, but when you're in the playoffs and you know that your career rides on you winning, you know you want to keep playing.
Good kicking. They try to play fancy. There's a flag out there. I'm thinking the Warriors may have gotten this ball. 20.2 seconds left to go in the half. Looks like they're going to give it to the Warriors if they just go ahead and make the signal.
Recovered by Winton Woods.
Yeah, that was a one-hopper, hits him right in the chest and goes flying back upfield. Pig pile for ball, and you never know who's going to come up with it, but it looks like the Warriors did, in fact, get it.
Well, they better make sure they don't try that same thing at the beginning of the second half. Because the Warriors are going to receive the second half kickoff, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'd be looking out for them to try that same thing.
Ball placed on the 45-yard line.
Seems like it was so long ago. I had to think for a second who did get the opening kickoff. It was Turpin. Turpin got the ball first.
Ellery turns, gives the spikes. So they got him stretched out and stopped for no gain.
Yeah, the
Clock
receivers.
is running, and it's going to be the end of the first half here in Frederick Stadium. Clock's made it down to 0. So here we are at the end of a half a play here. We have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors on top, 20, and the visiting Turpin Spartans, 7. Waycross Community Media will be back with more after halftime.
Why do they officiate? For some, it's a way of staying involved in a sport they grew up with. For others, it's a way to pay it forward by helping kids who play today and tomorrow. It's also a great way to stay active, make extra money, and work with friends. And all of them will say it boils down to one thing: the love of the game. Find your reasons and log on to OHSAA.org to find out how to become an official. You'll be glad you did. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So, where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Released in 2020 and sang by Ava Max, the lyrics of our first tune expresses the message of women's empowerment, feelings, needs, and dreams. 2003 and sang by American rock duo The White Stripes, you may recognize this song that has become something of a sports anthem, appearing in audience chants all over the country. Here is Seven Nation Army. For your post-season enjoyment, please welcome the Winton Woods drum line to the front for a drum show. Wait a second, Winton Woods drumline, it looks like you're missing one person on bass drum. Who is missing? Adrian Horton, let's please welcome him. AJ, let's join the drum line on bass one time before you leave for basic training. Adrian, thank you so much. AJ, we love you. We're glad you're here tonight. Let's hear it for the drum line. Let's hear it again, please, for the Winton Woods drumline. Released in 2019 by the Australian group Tones and I, here is Dance Monkey. The Winton Woods High School Band finishes this show with a familiar tune by the Swedish rock band Europe. Here is the final countdown. Together again for the Winton Woods High School Band.
When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer: men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question: so where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer: high school sports.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In the second half of this game, the Winton Woods team will still have work to do. Since the Spartans were not held scoreless, more needs to be done. Now, some of the Warriors seniors are playing lights out, led by Taryn Macklin, Jaron Gibson, and Quentin Jenkins III. An extra point was missed, and that needs to be cleared up before the next Kings game. Sean, what can you tell the viewers of the WCM about your observations of this game?
Well, Jake, looking at the stats, it's all about the running game for the Warriors. First half, they had 22 carries and 230 yards. And you heard that right, 230 yards on the ground in the first half. Tyreek Spikes had 11 carries for 164 yards and 2 scores. So Spikes has been a big chunk of this offense. The funniest stat, well, not funny, but the most interesting stat, the Warriors passing game, 0 for 1. One pass attempted in the entire first half by the Warriors. On the other side of the field, we got Turpin, Alcalde, who's the rushing leader for the ECC coming in. He only has 10 carries for 49 yards and a score, so Winton Woods has kept him in check. And Will Shulock, who is number 3 in the conference in passing, he's been held to 88 yards through the air. So the Warrior defense, whatever they're doing a great job and need to keep it up in the second half.
Well, that sounds like defense is making them play left-handed, taking away their big weapons. As we see we're captain going out there, number 74, talk to the officials. That's Andrew Thompson, senior right guard for the Warriors.
On the ballot for Tuesday, November 2nd of 2021.
It looks like confirming the results of the coin toss at the beginning of the game, because they just signaled Winton Woods will be getting the ball to start the second half.
Well, somebody else on the Warriors offense is going to have to put some stuff on film. I know Tyreek Spikes wants it bad, and I think he might eventually get a long return on a kickoff or a punt.
Yeah, Minor had that real big touchdown run that got called back, so Minor got involved too, but unfortunately it got called back with the hold. So Minor, he's a very capable runner as well. I mean, Ellerby's got a touchdown as well. I mean, you got all kinds of options in the running game. Plus, you got some receivers who can do a job too when they throw the ball up there. They just haven't had to do it.
That's right. Casey Spears, for instance, he's been playing big the last few weeks, and he's going to make his presence felt. See the Warriors sending their special teams out there to get this second half started as the clock goes down to zeros. You see someone has decided to fly this drone again at the game.
Yeah, the drone always seems to be hanging over the band, so I wonder if that has something to do with the band's performance.
Number 2.
I hope things don't ever go wrong with that drone.
Back deep for the Warriors. Number 22, Tyreek Spikes. And
So
number
here we
26,
see Turpin Spartans, ready to kick this thing off. It's number 2 kicking it off. Remember I told you he was going to try that again? It's like the Warriors able to pick it up again. They'll take this ball over at midfield.
Yeah, Turpin tried to start off with a little onside kick to start the second half off, get some momentum going. It was a smart idea. They had Winton Woods all lined up to one side, so he kicks it to the other side, but unfortunately they had to wait for it to go 10 yards, and by that point Winton Woods falls on it, and that's going to be Warrior football.
Well, we'll have to see if they can play some defense, because you give the Warriors the ball starting the second half at midfield, you could be in for a score almost on cruise control offense with that.
Yeah, with that offense that we've seen so far in the first half by Winton Woods, this is going to be a tough sledding here by Turpin's defense with that run game.
Ellery gives inside the Spikes. He misses, makes a man missing. He looks like he's picked up a first down. Well, near a first down. Looks like a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, let's take another look here at this run by Spikes. A little read option action. Cuts it back. Makes a couple guys miss, a little shimmy there, and finally brought down after a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, Spikes has the motor and the moves.
Yeah, he is an electric human being when he's got that football.
So here we are, 2nd and 1. Spikes gets the pitch. He's around left end. He picks up the first down. It's like they got him tackled at the Spartan 35-yard line.
Yeah, gets himself just enough for the first down there. And I want to point out here on that run, that was a great kick-out block there by number 62, Will Edwards, the senior O-lineman. That was a great job. He just absolutely annihilated that end and bumped him a good couple of yards. That was a great kick-out block.
Yeah, Will Edwards, again, a senior O-lineman, has been doing plenty of good work for the Warriors through the years. Whistle on the play, flag.
Flag on the play.
It's like this is going to be marched against the Warriors for offside. Set down on the Turpin 40-yard line.
Yeah, and Edwards was patting his chest after the play saying that was his bad, but I think he was a little amped up after that big block he had, and he got a little too excited to go hit somebody again.
Oh, here we are. Trips right. Spears in motion. Spears going to lead Spikes through the hole. Spikes bounces out. He's around right in. He's got a man missing. He's down there. It looks like about 26-yard line. were to be first down or close to it.
Down by number 3, Andrew Covington.
Looks like that's going to be a little short of the first down.
Yeah, we take another look here. Spikes bounces this thing back. Watch this block. Boom, you get a receiver right there, number 12, Antonio Turner Jr., the senior. And once again, as we've seen this whole game, the wide receivers are getting their hands dirty, and they are helping spring it. Great block there. Does an outstanding job. I love seeing the receivers doing the work downfield.
That's what you like, you say, is these receivers getting their hands dirty, throwing blocks. Of course, Winton Woods has always had that. Ellery throwing this ball deep over the middle. Lawson with the catch, and it's going to be touchdown called. No flags on the field as the Warriors are 1 of 2 in passing now, and it's a touchdown.
And that's what you got to do. Winton Woods, they've been running the ball almost exclusively in this game. You start getting them, the DBs to start walking up, you're going to get that play action pass right over the top, and that's exactly what happened here. And Jake, you and I were talking off camera before the game about the athleticism with Derek Lawson playing basketball, throwing down a dunk. He shows off that athleticism right there on that play.
Yeah, it's good to have a basketball player that can double up and play football. As we see Spears awaiting the snap. Bad snap, but he's able to pick it up and put it down. The kick is no good. So with 9:34 left to go in the third quarter, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 26 and the visiting Turpin Spartans 7.
Yeah, here's another look at that touchdown pass. It was a little bit of a QB fake there. Gets him thinking the run, and Lawson just goes up and gets it. And he's able to tightrope that sideline and get into the end zone. Wasn't much of a play fake at all. It was just Ellery just kind of gave the shoulders like he might do a QB dive or a QB keeper for just a split second. And then he popped back, and he's got Lawson wide open over the top.
You know, that's what they need, though, is something like that to put on film to give these people they're going to be facing in the coming weeks a little bit more to think about than just, you know, keying on Spikes and Minor.
Yeah, we've seen Ellery. He's got a good arm. He showed it on that play. So whoever they're playing, if they end up winning this game next week, if Winton Woods can continue to lead this game and get a win here, whether it be Lima Senior or Kings next week, somebody's got to be thinking about Ellery's arm too, not just Spikes and Minor.
So we see the Warriors special teams. Uma Dombele sets foot to it. Ball hits at the 18. It's grabbed at the 14. Warriors special teams is all over them. Flags are down on the field. They got them taken down at the 13, 14-yard line. We'll have to see what the flags are about. Block in the back on Turpin.
Yeah, we get another look at that return. You're going to see the block in the back right there. That was number 35 of Turpin. That is, as I get my notes together here, that was number 35, Daniel Heiss, that got called for that one.
Ball placed on the 8-yard line, 1st and 10.
And Jake, this is not what you want if you're Turpin to be backed up inside your own 10, down 26-7 in the third quarter.
Not at all. This is where I think the Warriors, though, they're going to play kind of vanilla on defense, let him figure out what he wants to do. And they got him stretched out. Now he puts his foot in the ground and moves it north. They get him stopped at about the 14-yard line. No, we're calling it the 12.
Yeah, we get a nice shot here. Valcaldi tries to get it to the left, and he cuts it back to gain a couple yards. I mean, he is a 2,000-yard rusher, so this kid knows what he's doing when he's got the ball in his hands. He's just going up against one of the best defenses in Cincinnati tonight, and they've kind of silenced him for the most part in this one.
8:55 left to go in the third quarter. There's the give, trying to get outside, but that ball's out on the ground and knocked out of bounds. It looks like they're calling it the 3-yard line. That could have really been disaster for Turpin.
Yeah, we get another look at that play. And it's just a swarm of green jerseys. I believe that was Jermaine Matthews that knocked that ball loose originally, but that ball had too much momentum going out of bounds, and that's going to stay Turpin ball.
Third down, 15.
But once again, Turpin's finding out, do not try to stretch that ball to the outside. The defense is just too quick.
Official timeout. Here's the scores at halftime. Kings 36. Lima Senior 6.
There's a give. Breaks through the first line of defense, and he's out to the 9-yard line before they get him taken down.
Ball to the 9-yard line. Pick up a
Yeah, gutsy call here going shotgun in your own end zone, but Turpin makes it work out, and they get it back to a little bit beyond the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring out the punt team.
So we see Tariq Spikes standing at the 50-yard line awaiting this kick. See the flag just sitting on the flagpole. No breeze whatsoever.
number 20. In punt
And
formation.
Spikes is working his way up to a big punt return. There's the kick. Kicking it away from Spikes. He lets it hit. Now it's chasing him back. He's got it on the 40. Heading north with the ball. He's hit hard, but he's still on his feet. He gets it up to midfield. Nice play. Flag on the field. We'll have to see what they're going to say about that. That was in the neighborhood of where he took that big hit.
Yeah, Winton Woods was not happy about that hit at all. That was a little bit more of a clothesline than it was a tackle attempt there. Spikes wasn't happy at all about that, and I wouldn't blame him. That's a dangerous play by Turpin.
You know, that's funny because I saw Spikes yesterday or on Wednesday when I was at practice. I saw Spikes and I was just joking with him. And I said, hey, man, I'm going straight. I'm going to clothesline you. And he just looked at me. Yeah. And then he gets clotheslined in this game.
Yeah,
But he survived it.
Yeah, it looks like Turpin was watching a little bit too much pro wrestling there and went for the clothesline instead of the tackle. But fortunately, Spikes appears to be okay, and he's back out there and ready to go.
Yeah. No, he had no face mask at all, but it was definitely a clothesline.
Looks like we're going Wildcat here.
Casey
Spears, flag thrown and calling
on the play.
too much time on the Warriors.
Winton Woods. 5-yard penalty, place the ball on the 40-yard line. First down, 15 for the Warriors.
This is now the Warriors going backward, and they better start moving this ball up the field.
Yeah, it looks like they had a little bit too much in the way of window dressing there, trying to confuse the defense and get nailed for the illegal procedure.
Looks like they got a new shirt in the game. This is number 84, C.J. Ingram Jr. Spears sweeping left, but he's hauled down after a short gain by the Spartans.
Yeah, we've seen that play a couple times in this game, just the Wildcat QB keeper by Spears. He gets a couple yards there, but if you're Turpin, I'm keying in on that when he's in the game because he has not given the ball up at all when he's got the ball and he's in that formation. So if you see 26 in a quarterback, I'd be keying on that if I'm Turpin.
We'll see if they listen to you.
Yeah, you got to force Spears' hand and make him give the ball up here because he's kept it every time they've run this formation.
.706, Spears with the snap, gives to Minor. Minor around left end, breaks through a couple tackles.
Number 20, James Minor III.
Spears must have heard me because he immediately gives it up on the next play.
Takes the ball to the 33-yard line.
You know, this is a good idea, though, having Spears taking these snaps. This way, again, they have something else to think about.
Yeah, any little wrinkle you can throw out there, especially when every game is going to be a win or go home from here on out. Any little wrinkle you can throw out there to throw off the other team, that's a plus.
6:25 left to go in the third quarter. This ball on the 33-yard line. There's Spears keeps the ball, fakes the give, and he's got close to first down yardage.
Well, let's take another look at this replay. KC Spears, he's not a big guy, but boom, get off me.
He knocked somebody down.
Man. He's running like he's about Derrick Henry size with the Tennessee Titans, a big 235-pound running back. Spears is not that big of a guy, but he just lowered that shoulder and said, get off me.
Spears just proves if you want it bad, what you can do. 4th and 1. Warren's looking over to Coach Chad Murphy. He's giving the arm signals. There's the give. It's going to be first down. They get him tripped up, but he's down to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Spears going to give it to Tyreek Spikes on this one. Gets nice blocking, finds a little bit of a hole in the cutback there. He just gets tripped up. If he doesn't get tripped up there on that little cut through the hole, we could be talking about 6 points.
Yep.
Fortunately for Turpin, they were able to get a hand on his ankle as he got through the hole.
1st and 10 now. Clock moving. 5 minutes left to go in the third. Spears running to his right, looking to throw this ball. It's thrown wide open end zone. This ball's caught for a touchdown. This is number 84, C.J. Ingram Jr., a 5'10", 155-pound senior wide receiver for the Warriors.
Well, Jake, I think I might have to bring up the Friday Night Lights line with Boobie Miles, his uncle, and he can pass. C.J. Spears pulls that one, the trick play. They were totally sold on him keeping the ball. It's just a nice little pop pass right over the top, and he is wide open, and that's 6 points on the board for the Warriors.
Well, it's been so long since I saw Friday Night Lights. I'll take your word for that line. So we're waiting a snap on this extra point attempt. Dan Umadamale, the hold is down by Spears. The kick is up. This kick is good. So, with 4:37 left to go in the third quarter here from Frederick Stadium, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 33 and the visiting Turpin Spartans 7.
Yeah, there's another look at that touchdown there by Winton Woods, and number 84, C.J. Ingram Jr., he was completely wide open in that end zone.
You know, I was starting to think this guy's been in the game for multiple plays. I don't know if somebody's hurt, but he certainly made his presence felt. He probably earned himself more playing time with that grab.
Yeah, and C.J. Casey Spears, I'm sorry. Casey Spears, he's going to get some extra time at quarterback after that throw. That was a nice little throw for a receiver and a DB.
Here we see on the replay, Spears wearing his long sleeve shirt. Yeah, that's
wide open.
Turpin had to honor that, though. They probably did the best they could. Here's the kick. Going to be hauled in on the 7-yard line. Flag on the play. Calling offsides on the Warriors special team.
Somebody a little too excited out there after that touchdown.
In the third quarter, CX 34, Hamilton 7. In the third quarter, Elder 32, Coleraine 20. At the half, Fairfield 21, Mason 14. In the third quarter, LaSalle 42, Harrison 7.
So these scores I'm hearing now sounds like Coach Ramsey over there has got Elder going to avoid that liver and onion pregame meal against Coleraine. There's a grab on the 28, straight north with the ball. He bounces off a tackle and he's still on his feet. But now the Warriors special teams grabs him and pulls him down at their 49-yard line.
Yeah, nice little return there by Turpin. That's something they definitely need. Down 33-7 here in the third. Nice little return there by number 7, George Meckenheimer, the junior. Takes it into Warrior territory, and Turpin's going to need to get going here with under 4.5 to go in the third if they want to stay in this ball game.
So here comes the Spartan offense on the field to address this possession. 4:29 left to go in the third quarter. Shulock got the snap, gives it to this guy, number 25. He's around right in, twist out of a tackle, still on his feet, finally hauled down, looks like at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, once again, Alcalde, he gets a carry, gets a good, decent chunk of yards there, showing why he is the league leader in rushing yards, but they're going to need more than that if they want to stay in the ball game.
He gets the ball again. He runs through a big hole now. He's running everybody, but they finally get him tripped up.
Yeah,
Who
Turpin
made that stop? Whoever, number 5 looks like he made that tackle.
Yep. That's Maurice Daniels Jr., the senior. That was a touchdown-saving tackle right there for the Warriors.
3:55 left to go. There's 25 with the carry, bouncing off people, but they finally got him stopped at the 10-yard line, 15-yard line.
Yeah, we get another look there after a couple of big runs by Alcalde. He gets one there, and the Winton Woods defense was ready for it, and they stuffed that one pretty much right at the line, maybe gain of a yard.
Flag on the play. Looks like Spartans didn't get this play off in time. What? Flags against the Warriors. They must have made contact.
Second down and 4 from the 9-yard line.
3:22 left to go, third quarter. There's a handoff, but Warrior defense is all over him. I see number 9 there on him. Kirsten Williams, junior linebacker for the Warriors.
Yeah, we get another look at that play. That's a new running back in the backfield for Turpin. That's number 11, Luke Gillick, the sophomore. But once again, you can't go off tackle against this Warrior defense. They're just too fast and too athletic.
3rd and 6. Will Shulock. Straight drop, looking to throw. Point of protection, get this guy. Ball's complete for touchdown.
Touchdown, Turpin.
You look at the pocket that the Turpin O-line gives Shulock to get this ball off, and he's got a receiver that's completely uncontested in the back of the end zone. That's his favorite target, number 2, Ryan McDowell.
Yeah, I mean, nobody on him. It's like those guys were peeking in the backfield. And then he got a massive amount of protection from his O-line.
Yeah, quarterbacks appreciate when they can get all that time to throw.
So here they come, try this extra point to hold us down. Kick is up, and that kick is good. So with 2:22 left to go in the third quarter here, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 33 and the visiting Turpin Spartans 14. That's what they need, though. You got to have something to take back to Turpin with you on this long bus ride tonight.
Yeah, but that's what we were saying earlier, Jake. But you give Shulock a clean pocket to throw like that, he's going to make you pay for it. He's a good quarterback. He's number 3 in the conference in passing yards coming into this game. If you give him a clean pocket, he's going to make you pay. And we get another look. And again, all day to throw until right when he gets rid of it. Then you get green jerseys in his face. But by that point, McDowell wide open in the back of the end zone. And he's right there for 6.
Yeah, the DBs that were in the vicinity, they looked like they was just still trying to peek in the backfield.
It looked like once Shulock started trying to scramble a little bit, they were like, oh, we're going to come up and defend the run and make sure he doesn't get upfield. But at that point, he's still behind the line. He can still throw it. McDowell's like, hey, wide open right here, and he hits him.
We got special teams out here. Well, we know that Spartans probably try that onside kick again the way they've been doing.
It wouldn't surprise me. They tried it to start the half. Wouldn't put it past them here.
So Ryan McDowell, number 2, about to step off into this. And there it is. Looks like it's going to land out of bounds down there by the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was a line drive kick right out of bounds. That thing didn't even bounce and roll. That thing was kicked right to the sideline. So unfortunate kick there by McDowell, but that's going to give the Warriors good field position to start their next drive.
We see Spikes as the offense takes the field. He goes to the sideline. So James Minor is going to be in there.
Number 15, Austin Ellery is the quarterback for Winton Woods.
So Minor back there with Ellery. Ellery turns and gives to Minor around left end, but he's stopped and shut down for no gain.
Number 20, James Minor III.
Yeah, Turpin looked like they were ready for that play. You had a big wall of white jerseys right there off tackle as soon as he got the ball. It's almost like they knew that play was coming from the start.
Number 43, Jeremy Hay. And number 30, Charles Hammerau made the stop for the Spartans. Second down and 10.
Clock moving, 1:50 left to go in the third quarter on this 2nd and 10 for the Warriors. Minor back there with Ellery. Spears in motion. Ellery looking to throw, but they got him flushed out of the pocket. He throws this ball out of bounds, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that was a designed passing play there. I think Ellery might have been wanting to keep it himself because the receivers were downfield trying to throw blocks. Nobody was really running a route. So kind of an interesting call there. There was nobody really that was an eligible receiver. They were all engaged with the defender.
So this brings it to a 3rd and 10. This is where the Warriors can't just be cute and lackadaisical. It'd be nice if they could get a first down here.
Yeah, and the rain's starting to come down really hard now, so that's going to put a little hampering into the passing game on 3rd and long, too.
Spears in motion. There's a give to Minor, but they're on him, tackling for a loss on the play. It'll be 4th and about 13.
Number 20.
And once again, Turpin, they know the run's coming. They're there to stuff it in the backfield, so Winton Woods goes 3 and out. And Turpin showing a little bit of sign of life here with 1:10 to go in the 3rd.
So it's raining, kicking up again. Looks like it's getting ready to start coming down in walls.
Yeah, it could make things a little interesting in terms of ball control here on out if it's going to keep doing this the rest of the game.
So we got McDowell for the Spartans waiting on his 35-yard line for this kick. Clock is down to 40 seconds left to go. This kick is blocked. Spartans pick it up and he's got it. He's going to have to get shoved out of bounds, which he is. Number 11, and the guy who made the tackle, he's coming up limping a little bit. 31.7 seconds left to go.
Number 9, Charles.
Yeah, Turpin, they've gotten close on a couple of extra points getting in there to block it, but that punt team, they just got in there and they got a hand on it, and that's going to be a big momentum boost for Turpin. And if you're Winton Woods, you didn't want to have that happen because now Turpin's got a little bit of extra momentum now, and they may get back into this game with good field position here, starting inside at the 15.
Yeah, that's going to give Turpin some mighty mold. Winton Woods is calling timeout as they lead by a score 33-14. 31.7 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, special teams, those are the big plays that you look for, and Turpin just got a big one there. See if they can ride that momentum or if Winton Woods is going to shake themselves out of the funk that they're in right now. Get a stop here. This could be a big series for both teams. Winton Woods can get the momentum back on the sideline wearing green, or Turpin can punch it into the end zone and cut that to a 2-score game with still plenty of time to go. We'll see just how big of a play that was for the Spartans.
And if you're the Spartans coming in here, this is where you got to go ahead and take Mighty Mo. Mighty Mo is trying to get in your corner. It's 25 with the carry. Ball's out on the ground. It's picked up and advanced. Looks like they're going to call it touchdown. It's signaled as a touchdown, but now we have to sort this flag out.
Let's get a look here. I don't know if he was still up. Yeah,
okay, that's a marker.
So that momentum boost for Turpin happens literally the next play, and that's a big play for the Spartans, and we got ourselves a ball game here with plenty of time to go.
So the Spartans will come out here and line up for this point after. So there's the snap, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 22.1 seconds left to go in the third quarter here, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 33 and the Turpin Spartans 21.
Yeah, that was a very odd turn of events that got us to this point, Jake. I mean, Winton Woods had the ball or had the control of this game. You have a blocked punt, and then you see this play here that scored the touchdown. They have Alcalde stopped. He fumbles the ball, and it gets scooped up by his own player. That was number 4, Lewis Burke. Burke goes in, dives in for the touchdown, and suddenly it's a 12-point game.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Jermaine Matthews on the replay, number 7, where he reached in there and yanked that ball out. It just didn't find its way to any friendly places.
No, that's a frustrating play if you're Matthews. You make a big play, make a big momentum swinging play with a fumble, but unfortunately there's a white jersey right there to pick it up and take it in for the touchdown.
I don't think if they were smart, I don't think they'll onside kick this again, though. The best bet is to kick this thing deep, try to get, hold them on the return, make them go to long field, because if you set Winton Woods up on the 50 again. So here we are. Steps into this ball. Spikes gathers it in at the 5-yard line. Eases around one would-be tackler, and they finally get him pulled down at the Warrior 31-yard line, where Winton Woods will put this thing in gear.
We'll get another look there at the nice return by Spikes. He backs up to get that ball. Breaks a couple tackles. He's finally brought down by the kicker. That was number 2, Ryan McDole. And he was one arm tackle away from breaking that for a big, big return.
He sure was, and they would have needed it.
Yeah, Spikes has had a huge game, and that would have added to that huge game if he could have taken that one to the house, but no such luck on that play.
So Spikes is back there now. 14.3 seconds left to go in the quarter. There's Spikes with the carry, straight north with the ball, but they got him stopped after very little gain. as the clock runs down at 0-0. So at the end of 3 quarters of play from Frederick Stadium on the campus of Winton Woods High School, Forest Park, Ohio, we have a score of the Winton Woods Warriors 33 and the visiting Turpin Spartans 21. Looks like we're going to be in for a wild 4th quarter, partner.
Yeah, folks at home, strap yourselves in. We got a wild finish coming up on this one. This game is in no way decided yet.
See body language on some of these coaches amping up now. These guys are getting a little intense. Coach Chad Murphy has always had this intensity about him, and you're starting to see it now. I've seen Chad Murphy coach ball clubs in the playoffs when he was with Northwest years ago.
Yeah, I'm sure Winton Woods is getting a little tight down there, seeing as how they had that real big lead, and suddenly that lead's eviscerated down to 12 points. I'm sure they're getting a little tight down there, and they'd really like a big score here to loosen things back up.
Oftentimes they get it. We'll see what happens. Ellery waiting for the snap. Now they hold up and look over to the sideline. My guess is the Warriors are going to do everything they can to run this clock out. Yeah. So this pass is complete over in the right flat. Makes a couple guys miss, and now he's down the sideline. Looks like they don't get him shoved out of bounds till he makes it up to the Warrior 47, 48-yard line.
Antonio Turner Jr. for the Warriors with a nice little catch and run there for a big first down. Earlier in the game, he had a nice block that sprung it for a touchdown on one play down in the other end. He's doing it with his legs on that one.
Yeah, because the Warriors have had, a couple touchdowns called back by penalty today.
Yeah, a couple big holding calls that canceled out big touchdowns. This game could be much different if those weren't called back.
Ellery got trips, kicks Spears into motion, turns and gives to Spikes. Gang tackled by the Spartan defense after about a 3-yard gain. Calling it a 5-yard gain.
And that's the thing with Winton Woods. They ran the ball so well in the first half with Spikes. Turpin made halftime adjustments, and they're keying on Spikes now. So you know who's getting the ball if you're Turpin, and they're making him they're stuffing him now. So Winton Woods may want to try to change things up a little bit if they want to keep getting some points here, because Turpin is definitely keying on big number 22.
So here's Ellery. Got Spikes back there with them. Gives the Spikes. He runs through everybody, and he's on his way. He's to the promised land for touchdown. No flags on the field.
So Coach Murphy, just completely ignore everything I just said. Spikes is still getting it done.
Well, this is where we've seen this happen in games, but they've always come up with the answer. Spikes is wanting it bad tonight.
Yeah, Spikes is definitely wanting to keep going till next week.
Spikes says, that's what I owe these people for that clothesline attempt they tried to do on me.
Yeah, Spikes is a senior. He's not ready to end his senior year yet.
Oh, here comes the point after try. Dan Umadambale waits to snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. And the kick is no good. So with 11 minutes left to go here from Frederick Stadium, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 39 and the Turpin Spartans 21.
Yeah, there's another look at that Spikes run. That was great blocking up the middle by the Big O line. And from that point, once he hits the hole, as you see it there, great block there, 74 for Winton Woods. That is Andrew Thompson. That was a great block by big number 74, and that thing sprung that thing. Spikes got that hole, broke out of a couple arm tackle attempts. At that point, you're not going to catch him. He's just going to outrun you all the way to the blue.
Andrew Thompson, he's a senior. know, his dad is very proud of him. I see him in practice sometimes. The kid put on a good block that time.
Yeah, that Winton Woods O-line and the receivers, for that matter, they've been doing some seriously hard work with the blocks tonight. They've been helping Spikes out by a great deal. Spikes, I'm hoping Spikes is thanking those guys on the sideline after he gets these touchdowns because they're helping him a lot.
Well, you'll get a chance to thank him more, hopefully, in the weeks ahead. So, Dan Umadumbele steps off into this. It's hauled in at the 18 by the Spartans. He moves it up north. He's to the 33-yard line before he's hauled down by the special teams.
Number 11, Luke Phillip. Taken down by number 14, Kyron Oliver. At the 33-yard line. First down, 10, Spartans.
Yeah, and Jake, speaking of playing further on down the line, it looks like the winner of this game is going to be heading up to Kings, as the score of their game with Lima Senior is currently the Kings Knights 50 and Lima Senior 6.
Okay.
So it looks like the winner of this game is going to be making the trip up to Kings Mills next week.
So there's his give. And he's hauled down. That's number 4 in the backfield for the Warriors. That's Jaron Gibson.
Yeah, another look here.
By number 4, J-Ron Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson just beats two guys there, splits the gap. And that play goes absolutely nowhere for Turpin. And they got Luke Gillick staying in the game at running back.
Official timeout.
Equipment malfunction on one of the Warriors. Looks like a chin strap, maybe. That's number 6-7 blue. Deep throw down the sideline, but nobody's there. Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Pass was intended for number 2, Ryan McDowell.
Yeah, Winton Woods again with that nice pass rush. They were getting pressure on Shulock. Just about got a hand on the ball as he let go of that ball, so he got very lucky to even get that one away.
3rd and 14 for the Spartans.
3rd and 14, 10:03 left. You know, this is where the Warrior defense can't allow Shulock to get the same protection that he had when he threw that earlier touchdown pass. Can't let this guy stand back there like that.
No, you got to get pressure on this kid.
Shulock, straight drop, screen pass. Ball's caught, but they got him run out of bounds after he picks up maybe 6 yards.
Yeah, Turpin's gone to this play a lot on 3rd and long, just the nice little dump-off screen pass, and that time Winton Woods was ready for it, and they knocked him out well short of that first down marker. They learned their lesson from the second quarter when they gave up that touchdown to or the one that set up the touchdown. It was close to a touchdown from Alcalde. So Winton Woods, they learned their lesson after the second quarter.
So it's 4th and 7. The Spartans are going to have to go for it here. 9:54 left to go in the game. Shulock, straight drop, rolling to his right. They got him cornered, but he makes a break, throws the ball. Incomplete. Defender was right there, but he knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, that play was very close to being a huge one for Winton Woods. As we take another look, Shulock takes a hit as he lets it go, and that ball almost picked off by number 25, Cameron Calhoun. And if he holds on to that ball and keeps his feet, we're talking about 6 points on the board for the Warriors. So a good break there for Turpin, a bad break for Winton Woods, but either way, Winton Woods gets the ball, so I don't think they'll complain too much about it.
That's right. They'll be taking over on downs. And again, this rain is just coming down real heavy and hard. Let's see, Warriors sending some new shirts into the game. Number 12, Antonio Turner Jr. There's Minor with the carry, busted around right in. Can't get much. The ball falls out on the ground and it's picked up by the Spartans if it's going to be a fumble.
Turpin has recovered the football. Fumble by Winton Woods. Turpin recovers.
And we get another look here. Minor bounces it to the outside. Gets wrestled to the ground by 3 or 4 Turpin Spartans, and that ball comes out. And that's exactly what you thought, or what we thought was going to happen. You get the heavy rain like we've got right now, that ball is going to get a little slippery. You want to make sure you're getting a little bit of an extra tight grip on it when you got it up tight, but just didn't have a tight enough grip. It squeezes out, and that's Spartan ball.
On the 30-yard line. First and 10, Spartans.
So 1st and 10 for the Spartans. 9:37 left to go in this affair. Here come the Warriors after Shula. He steps up and throws it incomplete.
Pass is intended for number 2, Ryan McDowell.
And the Warriors are finding out anytime they bring pressure, if you can get pressure on Shulock and make this kid uncomfortable in the pocket, you're going to force a bad pass. And that's exactly what we saw right there. And Winton Woods has been doing that a lot tonight, because when you give him a clean pocket, he's going to make you pay for it. So right there, that's a great job by Winton Woods. They got to collapse the pocket, make him uncomfortable, and they force a bad pass there.
2nd and 10. Shula kicks a man in motion. Here come the Warriors after him again. That's Kirsten Williams making the tackle. Tackle for loss.
Get another look there. That's another new back in the game for Turpin. That was number 22, Lucas Jones, on the carry. So I wonder if something happened to Alcalde, because he hasn't been in the backfield in a while. So Turpin's had a couple new running backs that they're throwing out there. They got number 11, Luke Gillick, back in there again. And that's a big problem if you're Turpin. You got the number 1 leading rusher in the conference sitting on the sideline now in a big game.
Clock moving, 8:50 left there. Whistle.
Timeout. Turpin. Their first timeout.
Turpin, first time out.
Warriors would like to have a nice big 3rd down stand here and get that ball back so they can start killing out the rest of this clock with under 10 minutes to go. Still only a 3-score game, so Turpin not out of it by any stretch, but it's going to take a little bit of doing here, and they're going to need to get some quick strikes and get the ball back.
Well, I think Turpin, the best they could do is just not come completely unraveled. You know, they can drive back out there to Turpin knowing they played a good game.
Yeah, you always feel sorry for the seniors when it ends up being their last game, because a lot of these guys will never play organized football again after their last football game.
Shulak waiting to throw, looking to throw. This ball over the middle, off his receiver's hands, incomplete. 4th and 11. Spartans will have to go for it.
And as we've seen a lot in this game for Turpin, just balls getting dropped. That's been a big problem all day with the drop passes for the Spartans. It's hard to, or it's difficult to think if you're a Turpin fan right now where this game would be if they're making a few more catches in this game.
Yeah, I'm liking the Warriors defense, but I wish they could have put a little bit more hurry in this Shulak. Here they come after him again. And they got him down this time. Ball's out, picked up by the Warriors. That's J-Ron Gibson. That's going to be a touchdown. We got 2 Spartans. I don't know if they're hurt or just in remorse, but they're laying out on the floor.
Yeah, Shulak looks like he's down and in some pain, so we hope he's okay. But that was a great play there by J-Ron Gibson to scoop and score. The ball got knocked loose. A lot of people thought the play was over, thinking he was down. And it looks like we got a flag on the play, but great job by J-Ron Gibson.
Yes, it was. it is after the touchdown.
Yeah, we'll get another look at this. The pressure's oh, sorry, folks, that was the wrong replay. Yeah, J-Ron Gibson, he's a 6 foot, 250-pound senior. That's a big man running with the ball, and I don't want to get in front of him, Jake, do you?
No. Not even in my best days.
Yeah, I'm a little removed from my playing days as well, and even back then, I wouldn't want to get in front of that young man. He's a big kid.
And the speed, because sometimes you look at him, how can a guy built that way be that fast?
Yeah, he's just outrunning guys, too. You take another look at the replay.
Yeah.
You had two guys dive and miss him, and impressive job by J-Ron Gibson. And looks like Shulock's getting helped off the field, so hope he's going to be okay. You hate to see anybody get hurt, especially a senior.
Shulock played with a lot of heart tonight. He was taking some big hits and getting up from them. And if history keeps repeating itself, and you keep letting the Warriors defense in on you, you could always end up walking off the field with help from your friends. So they got somebody else kicking this PAT. Who's this, number 99? That kick is up. And that kick is good. So that's Enzo Cecchigna, a freshman, 5'10", 175-pound freshman. So this guy, Enzo, he may have to do the kicking for him for the rest of this. We'll have to see.
Yeah, it's always nice to have more than one kicker on your roster in case something happens to your starter or if you start having some struggles. So it's nice seeing Big Enzo there nailing an extra point, knowing if you need him, you can go to another kicker.
See, the Warrior band is really mustering up support from the crowd.
Yeah, doing the UC Cheer Cincinnati chant there. With the season the Bearcats are having, I'm sure people do love hearing that one here in Cincinnati.
Yeah, the Bearcats, they're doing a thing, but they don't have anybody on the schedule, so gotta win all these games by style points. As we see, this kick is off. Dan Umadumbele kicks that one. It's picked up on the 12-yard line, runs straight north, and he's hit hard.
That was a pop.
See Coach Murphy congratulating his special teams players for dropping a hammer on that player. Wow, look at this rain coming down now. Sean, it's like, this looks like Trotwood Madison on the first game of the season now.
Yeah, fortunately for Winton Woods, I don't think they're going to have to worry about putting the ball in the air a whole lot the rest of the game, but Turpin probably not going to enjoy having to throw the ball with the torrential downpour coming down right now, because that is some seriously heavy rain coming down on the field right now.
So here the Spartans. There's the give inside, gets through the first line of defense, and they get him down at the 30-yard line.
It looks like the new quarterback in the game for Turpin is number 15, Clark Helgeson. He's been playing tight end most of the game for the Spartans.
Well, he's at least not coming off the bench cold.
Yeah, interesting play calling here by Turpin, going back-to-back runs. I guess when you have a cold quarterback who hasn't been throwing for a while, you got to run the ball. But when you're down this much late in the fourth quarter, you'd think they'd be wanting to air the ball out a little bit, but they've run back-to-back running plays here. So interesting play calling.
this point, to me, at a 46-21 lead, Turpin might as well throw up the surrender flag. There's a play inside, and guy muscles his way close to a first down. 7:19 left to go in this game.
Yeah, Helgeson, he's a tight end converted to quarterback here out of necessity. He's a big kid, listed 6'2", 205, so he's not afraid to lower that shoulder and try to drive for a first down. He darn near got it.
Fourth and one, they're going for it. Like you say, Shane, he'll probably give it off. He'll keep it himself probably. Yeah, there he goes, and he muscles for a first down.
Number 15.
Yeah, we get another look at that play for Helgeson. The read option, he reads it at the last second and keeps it himself. And he's got the right number. It's kind of like watching Tim Tebow when he's got the ball. Just lower the shoulder and run guys over.
Tim Tebow.
Aaron Oliver, number 6, 7 blue, made the stop. Excuse me, number 66, Dylan Massey Wright.
There's a give again. Trying to get around left end, but the word defense is there. Somebody had that contained, and he just stepped right up.
Yeah, we'll get another look at that play. Once again, you can't try to stretch this defense out. They're just too athletic. They're going to beat you to the corner every time. Turpin's found that out a lot tonight. You can't try to stretch this defense out. It's not going to work.
Second 11, 6:18 here. Straight drop. Pass is caught in the left flat, and he advances close to first down yardage.
Yeah, it's nice to see Shulock back out there throwing that ball. So good to see he wasn't too dinged up on that one play. It was a nice ball there, gets him close to the first down marker. But if Turpin wants to have any hope of trying to get back in this game with a little over 6 minutes to go, they got to start pushing that ball down the field a little bit more. You can't just dink and dunk your way down the field at this point.
No. Whistle. We see the crowd, though. Everyone's staying here. No one has left.
Yeah, almost the entire Turpin section is still here, too. That's surprising to me with the rain. I thought they'd have been
Saddled up.
now.
But this is playoff football, and I'm happy that the Warriors have found their way into the playoffs under the first year at the helm of Chad Murphy. Straight drop, looking to throw. He throws this ball down the far sideline. Warrior defenders are there. It's incomplete.
Pass is complete.
Yeah, once again, we get another look. Shulock, he's got pressure in his face, throws off his back foot. He's looking for McDowell. And just a nice defensive effort there by the Warriors. Had a couple guys in coverage on that play. And once again, if you can get in Shulock's face, you got to make him uncomfortable, and he's going to overthrow it.
Fourth and one. Turpin going to have to go for it. They might have trouble making this fourth down if they don't do it in a hurry. Stuffed. We're going to see. It's going to be close. They're going to have to bring the sticks out.
Depends
they
on
might,
if we get
first down.
Yeah, we get another look here. Gillett going to get this carry. Dances around a little bit, and that's a very close one. That comes down to a left foot versus a right foot spot by the official, and they gave him the first down.
5:36 left to go in the game. 1st and 10. Ball on 47 of the Spartans. Double reverse. Around right in, he skips around the tackle. But he's hit hammered. He did good to skip around that first attempt.
Yeah, Winton Woods had this play well scouted. They weren't over-committing at all. Burke got the carry. He broke out a one-arm tackle with a nice little move there, but he had a couple Warriors right there, got his legs taken out, and he had a couple more to clean up if he didn't bring him down. So Warrior defense, again, does a nice job of scouting out the offense beforehand.
And the defenders now are clean shirt, basically. Defender, whoa, he is hit.
Got a Warrior slow to get up as well.
DeLand Massey Wright on that stop, a 6'1", 290-pound freshman D lineman.
If that young man is a freshman and he's going to be around for the next 3 years, that is going to be absolutely terrifying for ECC offenses, because that young man made that look awfully easy for a 9th grader.
That young man is a freshman. I want to see his birth certificate.
That's how you end up with the scene from the movie The Benchwarmers, the grown man that has the piece of paper that says, "I am 12" with his picture and a $20 bill.
Timeout.
We got players down.
Timeout. Official timeout.
.444 left to go.
I think that rain just keeps coming down harder, Jake.
Look at that.
That is some serious puddles happening down here on the track as well.
South end zone, you could probably get a.
It's raining cats and dogs. Don't step in a poodle.
See, at least in the Trotwood Madison game, it had enough sense to stop raining by now.
Yeah, this is going to be fun when this game's over, trying to get all the equipment broken down here in the rain, because there's not a whole lot of cover between us and our van.
And the Waycross Community Media vehicle is still, what, in the shop? Third and 14. And they're calling the offsides. Big number 50. That's Gary Dorsey Jr., 6'4", 225-pound D lineman.
On the 48-yard line.
Shulock with the snap. Dorsey trying to get in on him again. This ball is complete. Trying to get north with the ball, and defenders are on him.
Yeah, we'll get another look at this one. Just an easy little easy route there to McDowell. McDowell runs through his own offensive lineman before he's stuffed by the Winton Woods defense.
Yeah, I see that number 17, Logan Lawson, making that stop. There's Logan Lawson, and they're playing MLB. He wants to come on. You can see he's trying to come after him.
That young man wants to go hit somebody right now.
Yes. It oozes. You see him in practice? It oozes. He wants to hit somebody. This ball's caught. First down yardage.
Yeah, it's funny you're talking about Logan Lawson going from quarterback to linebacker. We saw him play against Kings early in the season. He was playing quarterback. Now you got him out here. He's got the neck plate. He's got the all the gear out there, and he's out there. He just looks like a linebacker now. So
he looks like a linebacker.
Yeah, he does. He definitely looks
to his right. This ball is incomplete through his receiver's hands. I guess he heard footsteps.
Yeah, the Winton Woods defense, they're still flying around the field getting to the ball. Even with the 46-21 lead here, they're still not quitting.
That's right, they're still playing hard.
Yeah, Coach Murphy does a good job with these guys. He has them play all 4 quarters.
Second down and 10 for Turpin.
Second and 10. Here we go. Rolling, trying to get around right in. He gets around right in, picks up about 5 yards.
Yeah, we get another look there. Jillick with another nice little run there. And you got to give Turpin credit. Even though the score is pretty much out of reach at this point, they're still playing hard. They're not giving up.
That's right.
There's something to be said for that.
Warriors send number 50, Gary Dorsey Jr., back in the game at defensive end. His pass is caught. Looks like he gets it down to about the 27-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
Yeah, it was a nice little throw there by Shulock, and he finds Burke. And that's the thing. It's like they're doing these short little completions, but that's not going to help you get back in this game. I mean, you're down 3 scores here with 3:15 to go. You need more than just a little couple-yard out routes.
That's right. I mean, they're marching the ball to a certain extent, but, you know, it would be something valuable if it was in the first or second quarter, but not with 3:15 left to go and you're down by 25.
Yeah, this is the time of game where you got to start pushing the ball downfield a little bit, not just dinking and dunking 5-yard routes. And obviously looking at this rain come down, it's absolutely pouring. We can see it on the screen here looking at Turpin's huddle. And obviously the rain is just coming down right now, but I mean, you still got to be able to push the ball down the field as hard as that may be with the wet ball.
No, but what I'm thinking, weather reports I saw next week, it's probably going to be about 20 degrees colder, plus the rain from earlier in the week, you know.
Oh, I do not miss those days late in the season. Gets a little chilly out there when you're not in the nice covered press box like we're in here at Winton Woods.
Yeah, this is a good press box. Plenty of ball games I've had the pleasure of watching from here. It's always good when the Warriors make their postseason. Shulock looking to throw this ball, and it could have been intercepted, except the defender was looking to make the hit.
Yeah, looks like he was trying to play the man, not the ball, but at this point in the game, you don't want to run the score up, so that's probably the better idea. You don't want to get a pick, even though you probably had green space in front of you. At this point, don't run the score up, just make the play.
2nd and 10. Turpin might as well keep running the ball. Here's the give. Picks up good yardage. Looks like he's got about 5-yard gain.
Number 11, Luke Gillick goes around the left side.
Yeah, another look there. Jillick with another carry. He takes on a couple Warrior defenders. He keeps his legs driving. Gains a few yards, so you got to give these guys credit. They are not just going and throwing in the white, they're throwing in the towel here. They're going to fight till that last whistle, even if they aren't going to be back in the game.
Trips right. Shulock rolling to his right. Throws the ball. It's caught at the 20. Skips around the guy, but they got him pushed out of bounds. It looks like the 15-yard line of the Warriors.
Yeah, just a simple roll out there. He finds Burke, the rest of it himself with a little bit of running there. So Turpin going back to basics with these play calls, and they're getting first downs.
Rolling to his left now. Throwing the ball. Caught. They're going to keep the clock moving. It looks like he's about 2 yards short of a first down. Looks like we see the Winton Woods marching band getting ready to make their exit from the place.
Yeah, I'm surprised with all the woodwind instruments they didn't leave earlier with this rain.
That pass is incomplete. 2:01 left to go.
Pass interference on the Warriors.
You know, Sean, this game that we're looking forward to this coming week If this was another sport, say prize fighting, they would have wanted a rematch of that game right after it happened. They only won by 1 point, and like I said, they'd be everybody. We got to have a rematch between Kings and Winton Woods.
Yeah, that was a game back before Winton Woods really found their stride offensively. So I'll be interested to see next week how Kings handles this Winton Woods offense that's been rejuvenated since they started getting their flow going. That'll be a great game next week up at Kings Mills.
And now Kings, when talking to their coach, he emphasized, look at his touchdown. So there's where the Turpin Spartans are able to cross the goal line at 1:55 left to go. Bring this score to a more respectable 46-27.
Yeah, just a simple off-tackle run there. Gets a great job of blocking by his outside lineman there. They seal off the edge. The wide receivers that we saw Winton Woods doing all game, the wide receivers do a great job of getting their guys sealed up. Takes it in for the easy score. So once again, Turpin not going to go away without a fight. So you got to give these guys credit. They're going to battle until the end.
And that's what you want. You want a good tune-up. These games where we see the rollout for the 2-point conversion, and it's caught complete. So with 1:55 left to go in the game, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 46 and the Turpin Spartans 29.
Winton Woods 46, Turpin 29.
Yeah, just a tip of the cap there to the Turpin offense. They're not quitting. They are still putting in the effort, and they're still getting points. So you got to give these guys credit. They don't just roll over and die. They will still keep fighting you, even though there's not much of a chance of them coming back and winning.
Hamilton 7, Moeller 35, Oak Hills 14, Princeton 28, Walnut Hills nothing. Lakota West 49, West Claremont 14, Piqua 49, Little Miami 7. In the fourth quarter, Milford leads Lebanon 14-7. Final, Anderson 49, Xenia 6. Final score, Kings 50, Lima Senior 6. Sycamore 19, Lakota East.
They're listening to Kent Schultz announcing some of these games. In the next room, I hear a friend Andre Parker over there at Princeton. They advance to the playoffs. Of course, they play Walnut Hills, but they'll be in next week playing somebody. It was always good to hear Coach Parker doing well.
Yeah, Princeton had a great season this year. I think they actually said when I was watching the news last week after their game with, I believe, did they play Coleraine last week?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard them say that. I believe that was the first one-loss season Princeton's had. So that was a very good season by the Vikings over there.
Okay, so setting up for this kick. I guess it's going to be an onside kick.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Winton Woods bench.
Unsportsmanlike on the Winton Woods bench.
Well, now if you're Turpin, you're so close, you almost have to go for the onside kick because even if Winton Woods gets it, they're going to have to start on their own side of the field.
We'll have to see, I'm with you, they might as well onside kick this ball. And then it looks like that's exactly what they're going to try to do. Takes a bounce right into the hands. Good deal. That was that room service bounce right into the guy's hand.
Number 12, Antonio Turner Jr.
Yeah, and a nice job there by Turpin to lay off because I did a game not too long ago where we had an onside kick get recovered and the kicking team came and dove at the guy's head after the play. So fortunately, Turpin had the common sense to just say, okay, he's got the ball, plays over. Because you hate to see things like that happen.
So we We see now a lot of the Warrior faithful have left the building. The band staged up down here. Looks like they're gonna.
In at quarterback for the Warriors, number 16, Caleb Sanders.
Caleb Sanders in the quarterback. He played some good ball for him in that game against the Turpin freshman, I think. Look at this, still on his feet. You know, I'm giving props to Winton Woods too for not going away, playing real hard to the final whistle.
Winton Woods has primarily backups in at this point to avoid getting anybody injured, but even their backups are playing hard, so Winton Woods has to enjoy seeing that, seeing what they got coming up in the next year or two. It's a nice little carry there by number 42, Sakai Talley, the freshman.
This is a good way to get their history of the new school building started. See where the guys from the electric company look like they finished up all the overhead aerial line work, and now the school's all set up for basketball season.
Yeah, we'll be calling basketball games soon enough here for Waycross.
There's the give inside. He muscles in there, but they got him stopped for no gain. Clock moving, 1:07 left.
James Myers straight ahead. On the stop for the
Under
Warriors,
1 minute.
75.
57 point.
And number 30.
And I'd be very surprised at this point if Winton Woods does anything more than just a dive up the middle here. You only really have to run one more play.
That's right.
It looks like they're just going to kneel on it, actually.
Victory formation.
Greatest formation in football if you're the offense.
Clock rolling down under 35 seconds. And they circle the wagons for this victory formation under 24 seconds. And we see the teams, they come to the 50-yard line to respect the game. And this game is about all over. And they celebrate Coach Chad Murphy's first year here and the first year in the playoffs. So I just want to say, beacon of our strength and pride, two legends standing side by side, testament to brotherhood. Hail to thee, O Winton Woods. For my partner, Shane Coleman, and all the resources of Waycross Community Media, we thank you for allowing us into your living rooms tonight. Final score here now, Winton Woods Warriors 46 and the visiting Turpin Spartans 29. Have a safe ride back out there, Spartans. Thank you.